Hello, in this video I'll be talking of brokers. So I'm sure I defined what a broker is in previous videos. A broker, this is more of the middleman or the person who's responsible for linking you to the markets. So he just establishes a connection between you and the forex markets, which means he links you to the other traders like hedge funds and market makers or banks. So when we talk of brokers, there are mainly two types of traders. I mean, there are mainly two types of brokers. We have ECN brokers, and also STP brokers. ECN brokers, these are brokers that when you enter a position, they will take your position to a liquidity provider or another trader, and then he will enter the opposite side which you entered. So let's say, like we said, for trades to take place, you must be buy and sell. So let's say if you press buy, they will take you buy and then take you to a person who is selling something, who is selling the same commodity. Okay. So you press buy, him there he will press sell. So they won't interfere with your trades. But what they'll do, they'll just take a small commission in between. That's where the issues of even spread comes in. That's why there is spread. So that if you enter a buy, they will enter you a bit higher, so that they will still have something then. So it is like more of ECN brokers. They will get 20%, 80% is your. So let's say if you place a trade, you win. If the trade is worth like let's say $100, you only see $80. Okay, so which means if you win or lose, it doesn't matter. But the broker, as long as you just press a position, he will make his 20%. It's like if a person if you press a buy, another person will sell. The broker will get 20%. So which means whoever wins, he doesn't really care. But he wins, he'll get 80%. But you never really see this happening on the charts actually, because they will get their money before you just enter the same trade. So the way brokers make money, they use spread and commissions. So commission, this is just the price you pay when you open a trade. So it's just a small amount actually, maybe just like cents, but it is the bigger the lot size, the bigger the commission you pay. If the commission is $1 on a 0.01 lot size, on a 1 lot size, the commission will be $100. Okay, they calculated this the position basis. Okay. So like this is like the spread there on the screen. So let me just go on lower left here on this time frame, because sorry about that, because it must be a bit bigger. Okay. And I don't see the spread here on the 1 minute. I don't see the spread. Okay, it's there. So okay, so that is the spread. So which means like when this is oil. So which means whenever you enter a trade, the spread rate is 5 Okay, it is half a pip. So which means whenever you enter a trade, the broker you will make half a point, half a pip. Now half a pip, which depends on the lot size you're using. So let's say you're using a 0,1 lot size, a $1 a pip, which means in this case the broker will make 50 cents. If you're using a 0,01 lot size, you will be paying the broker like a $0.05. If you're using a $1 a pip, the standard lot size, you'll be paying the broker $50. Because that is the spread which is there. So that's how we make money. That's how the brokers make money. Now there is that, and also commission. So commission, this is just I will just charge you for the trade. Now there is a commission and also what we call a swap. So swap, this is a type of commission which you pay when you let the trade to sleep overnight. So if you let the trade to sleep overnight, they will charge you more, because the way the market is, okay, most likely for the current pairs, they will open 23, 24 hours. They will open for like 24 hours. They will close 23:55, open 24 hours. Which means if the market closes just you in the trade, and your rating is to enter the other day. If you leave a trade overnight, they will charge you what is on a swap. Swap, this will be now a bit bigger than commission. If commission is like let's say $1, swap will be maybe somewhere $2. Now there is now a swap one day, and also swap which is like let's say on the weekend, which is on the weekend. So let's say like if you leave a trade on Friday and come back on Monday when the market opens, you'll be charged way more. Like let's say if the swap can even reach maybe like $3, $4, $5, because of the same. Okay, this is because by the time the certain currency pair closes for the day close there, which means the banks will be there maintaining your trade. Which means you are just like paying those banks over time, just paying them over time. Okay. So swap, it's just paying them over time. That's all. So that's how swap work. So ECN brokers, them they offer a very tight spread. Them they offer tight spreads on their pairs, on his pairs, on their assets. Mostly you can find the spreads ranging from 0 pips to like 5 pips, which is good. So they will offer you tight pips, and they're also just cheaper and more trustworthy, and they're more safer to trade with than STP brokers. So ECNs have tight spreads, quicker and also quicker market execution. So now let me go now to the STP broker. So this is a kind of broker which mostly we call market makers. Yes, there are some which are good, but most of them are not real. So these STP brokers, their spreads are bigger. They have bigger spreads. These are STP brokers. Okay, and I've never really used an STP broker before, because of the same, they can scam you easily. Because the way they operate, if you enter a buy, they enter a sell. SCN enter a buy, he takes your buy to another person who enters a sell. But then if you just enter a buy, they will enter a sell. And if they're in charge for your, let's say, if they're in charge for your earnings and trades, and they're trading against you, like if you enter a buy, you put a stop loss, and then they enter the sell, which means if you make money, they will lose money. Okay, so which means what they'll do is they can stop you out. They can just cause certain things to happen on the markets, which are not natural. Okay. Because there are other things which happen, most main things which happens on the charts. Things like you can use grab ups. So okay, news. Let me just show you how news will look like. A news candle. These are these kind of candles. That's what we call a news candle. Like this happens from the reaction of news in the markets. So just like let's say this is the USD crude oil. So maybe at this point in time there was bad news in America which caused this. But for these so like gap ups, gap downs, all this, but those things are just for the information. You can just search on them on the internet. So that's the or just you can ask me on later on. Yes. Yeah. So that's what STP brokers will do. They may scam you easily, very easy. That's so the way you know like the difference between a market maker, between an ECN and an STP broker. Mostly because some STP brokers can claim to be ECN brokers to attract customers. So what they will do is they are on orders. When you're opening an order, it must say market execution. ECN, I think it says instant execution. It says instant, but STP says instant execution. ECN it says market. So STP it says instant market. ECN it says market execution. That's it on how you can know those things. So that's it about that actually. So the STP brokers and the ECN brokers. So I would like to use an ECN brokers. Now for a broker to be safe, it must be regulated. It must be regulated. It must be regulated by authorities of the country he resides. His operation is business in. You must always use a regulated broker. So whenever you're searching for a broker, just search like let's say forex regulated brokers or forex brokers which are regulated. Or whenever you are checking out on your profile, you must check where it says the broker is regulated. Or maybe just scroll down there up the bottom there. You will just read through the details which are there. Mostly they'll say it is regulated. Most brokers, like let's say from the UK or Australia, they are most regulated by the Cyprus and SISEC mostly, but there are other regulations according to the countries which they reside in. So just search regulated brokers. But me, I use the past one as a regulated broker, and has been here for some time. So brokers, they have most brokers, like some brokers which are scams, the way they do, they will offer you a big leverage which you can't resist. So they will offer you a big leverage, and most of them they use wrong like the address, because the broker must even see the address of the broker, so that you're sure that the same company exists. So they can use use a big leverage, like you like 1:1,000. That sounds good for a person who wants to make money, but that's bad, okay? Because if they give you a 1:1,000 leverage, which means let's say if you let's trade on 1:500, and it will cost you like let's say $2 to trade. When 1:1,000, it's only cost you $1 to trade. So which means if you could trade and you could put a stop loss of $1, take profits $2. This time it only take $1 to blow your account. Last time which means you can blow accounts in $1 now. But at first you can since at first it used to take $2 on a factor of 1:500. So scam brokers, they will offer you a big leverage. But okay, just find the broker it is well regulated, and also something which has been there for a long time, which has experience. Brokers which have already established their business, not newbie brokers who are just beginning because they still need money for them to maintain trades or for them to accommodate a large number of trades at the same time. They still need liquidity, so they have a chance of scamming you. So like if a broker uses Pepperstone, Pepperstone. That's the broker. I use Pepperstone, so you can just Google that name, Pepperstone. That's the broker I use, so you can just open an account with that broker. So a broker will give you leverage, and mostly the broker can also decide the size, let's say, of the spread. Also, the broker decides all those things. Now let me come to the trading account. So after a trading account is an account which you're going to be trading on. Okay, when you open an account with a broker, when you open a brokerage account, they are going to give you like a clients area where you go to the company's website and you go, it says login client area. You put in your credentials there. Then you'll be logged in a space which will be your own office, whereby you'll be able to open trading accounts, deposit money and withdraw, all those things. So now a trading account, there are many types of trading accounts. There are standard accounts, riser accounts, center accounts, micro accounts. So let me just talk of the standard accounts and the riser accounts. So in a standard account mostly it has a big spread. What they do is they will get the commission and then just add it to the spread. So let's say if the spread is 1 pip, okay, if the spread is $1 and the commission is $2, the spread will now turn into $3. But so that there is a 0 commission, but $3 there. And that will entice people. This is standard account. So a riser account is good for, like, let's say investors and people want to put in a lot of money. Okay, so let me just go now to the riser account. Riser account is an account which has now very tight spreads. But the way they will do it is simple. They will get, like, let's say they will give you a $2 commission, and then put a spread which is $1, $1. So as to have a small spread, but the commission will also be there. So a riser account, this is slightly smaller than the standard accounts, and you can't see have a lot of money in the account. Like you can't keep $1 billion in a razor account. That is too much. Unless a standard account can allow that to put such money in there. So in summary, just get regulated. Make sure your broker is regulated. So just search a regulated broker, or you can just use my same broker, Paperstone. So if you want, you can request for the list of brokers which are scams. You can just go on YouTube. You can just search for scam brokers, so you know the brokers to stay away from. So I think that's the end of this course. Yes, that's the end of this course. I'm done actually. So any questions, as usual, just communicate. Thank you, sir.